This is a simple quiz. All you have to do is answer the next 30 questions truthfully, and then you will find out if you would survive the zombie apocalypse. Let's jump right into it. How old are you right now? Between 21 and 45. With the food currently in your house, how long could you survive? A lot of rations also means a lot less risk at the start of all the rioting and looting. Currently in my house, I probably have the stuff between in my house. I probably have about 13 and 15 days. I'd say 2 weeks. What type of area do you live in? I live in the city. I live in an average size suburb, a small town. Thankfully, I'm outside of the city, still within city limits. So let's just go city. What is the best way to kill the Walking Dead? The weakest part of the skull is the temple on the side of the head. Also, the eye socket does have skull in the back, so a stab into the eye wouldn't be as easy as most people would think. Headshot. Let's say you're searching through an old rundown gas station looking for food. Take a turn and unexpectedly get bit on the arm. Pushing away frantically, you notice it's a zombie. Your heart's racing and you can already feel a fever coming on. You pull out a gun and dispose of the oncoming threat. But what do you do now? Cut the infected area. You don't remember. Hope it passes. Nah, you gotta cut it off. Gotta cut it off. What kind of weapons do you have currently available at your house? Type of gun, because I'm a true Texan. Do you have special needs or take medications on a regular basis? I have learning disorder. I'm healthy. Oh, I do have borderline asthma. Hey, let's be honest. You have an addiction that is harmful to your body. Withdrawals and spending supplies you do have just to feed that addiction. Be careful if you do have some drugs. No, I'm not an addict. Can you drive a vehicle? Can you drive an automatic or a manual? Do you know what siphoning gas is? If so, can you siphon gas? In the start, people are going to be trying to evacuate cities and try to fill up on gas at all the same time. It'll be extremely difficult to use the gas station. Driving cars come as a sense of normalcy. Can you imagine everyone freaking out about not being able to fill up their cars? There has even been a state of emergency called before because of gas shortages, but this time there will be no help or fixing the problem. Yeah. How long does it take you to wake up in the morning? Less than 20 minutes. How would you describe your swimming capability? I'm average. If you are looting a store, what food do you take? Meat and fish, microwave meals, and canned food. It has to be canned food, just so it can last longer, surely, right? While at the same store, what drinks do you decide to take with you? Coke can over there is just calling my name. Shit, if it's a Diet Coke, I'm there. Or Dr. Pepper. What that Monster? Oh, the Monster Energy drink. Can I include it with the water bottle? And we take the bottled water. Realistically, how can you handle seeing and dealing with blood? I can stand it. How do you describe your athletic ability? I'm a machine. How much do you weigh? The scale is in pounds. Between 201 and 240. How long are you able to stay awake without any type of energy drink or caffeine? Between 24 and 36. Probably between 24 and 36 hours. Yeah. I could do one full day. I don't know. Any more than 2. How comfortable are you with camping? I'm talking about legit camping, where you camp miles away from your car while out in the woods, not sleeping in an RV camper while at the lake. Pretty comfortable camping. I've never been camping. Have I ever been camping? I do not think I have ever been camping. I'm gonna put that. Have you ever thought about a zombie survival plan? Yes, but not seriously. There's no way somebody takes it seriously. What kind of group mentality would you follow in this type of world? When food becomes scarce and bandits, looters, and robbers are around every corner, can you trust anyone to watch your back? In large groups, you can gather more supplies, but that also means more food is needed. That is true. It's also beneficial because it allows larger numbers. If it ever comes to a gunfight with a large group, disagreement and crimes can spring up within the group itself, causing a split or violence. Good leader or counsel could be avoided. In a family group, there might be some bad blood between a couple of the members, but when it comes down to it, you can most likely trust these guys to watch your back over strangers in a larger group. It is a family group. You might have a father figure trying to make all the decisions for the group, thinking he knows what's best. If you're able to get over that hump and get the right people making decisions, a bad history in the past, okay, that is fair. In a solo life, it'll be lonely and difficult because you won't be able to trust anyone. Always watching out for yourself at all times could leave you restless. It would be difficult to carry around lots of supplies, so scavenging is at a slow pace. So you're going solo, you only have to look out for yourself. Oh, yeah, I'm tired. So you won't ever have to put yourself in a hero's position, risking your life for others. One amount to feed, and the fact that while moving around solo, you would be able to be much more sneaky is always a good thing. Just never get caught or surrounded because no one is coming to your rescue, right? Yeah, it'd be family. It'd be family because you can't trust anyone. Being solo would just be really, really hard. It's nice to have more knowledge. How much medical experience do you have? In the apocalypse, there will be no hospitals open. It's down to people taking care of themselves and the ones they care about. Small cut. could lead to a terrible infection. Without the proper cleaning and care, it could easily turn into a deadly situation. CPR is useless. You can pump up and down on someone's chest all day. All you're doing is providing an artificial pulse to keep oxygen flowing through the lungs and brain, through the bloodstream to prevent brain damage. It takes an electric charge from an AED to bring the heart's function back to a normal rate. So make sure and grab an AED pretty early on to add to your medical supplies. That is true. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not any of those. So how would you treat people now that it's the end of the world? Let's say you're in a camp and while you're on guard duty, two people approach the gate. They seem nice enough, even though they have rifles slung over their shoulders. But often, for all you know, they could have a dozen friends hiding, just waiting to kill you and anybody else. They ask for help, even though they seem well put together. People in camp depending on you to make the right call. Shoot them on the spot. Tell them to go. Oh wait, but they know where your camp is. Tell them to go away, even though they could come back with more fire. Let them in and take their weapons away. Not all people are bad. That is true. You could do that. Okay, yeah. Keep guard. Bring you back supplies. Could be good. I think you do this. You don't do anything too crazy, but you don't hurt them. What vehicle would you be driving around in the zombie apocalypse? A motorcycle to avoid. Yeah, give me that. I don't know his name, but editor me with the face of him up. Avoid the cars jamming the roads. You can go for the school bus so a large group of people can travel all at once. Will you remember the Walking Dead school scene? You can take a container vehicle like a U-Haul or some type of semi for massive amounts of supplies. It's true. A fire engine so if you go traveling lines and you have a good water supply for yourself. Ooh, that's true too. Bicycle to stay quiet is healthy. Or you can't drive. Fire engine's not bad. I like a large truck or container vehicle. Well, a semi though? Maybe not a semi. A U-Haul, yeah, but not a semi. It's a lot of diesel. I like fire engine. I'll do large truck. How can you handle solitude? People always seem to say that the hardest part about surviving is being alone, secluded. This question includes no internet, no phones, not even the old-fashioned letters or face-to-face conversation. Would you be able to handle complete independence if it ever came down to it? Not specify wilderness city, just the fact of being alone. Can't go a day without talking to my friends and family. Can't even time without GPS. I'm a mountain man already. I only use internet to read YOA stories and zombie quizzes. I'm single and live alone anyway. I could go without it. Well, none of these are really an answer I'm looking for. I'm not single, but if I could change this, I'm not single, but I can do with being alone. I don't mind being alone. Yeah. Or would you make a permanent hideout? You can head to a military base hoping for some sense of protection and normalcy. Maybe an airport in case people come to evacuate everyone even further. Getting up high for a vantage point on top of a mall or apartment. You'd be heading for the dense forest so you can set up a tent and wait out the apocalypse. Hiding in an abandoned house, being inconspicuous. You even find your current home suitable to wait out until help arrives, it might never come. Head for a school, hoping local authorities will provide help there. If for the military base, I feel like that's where everybody goes. You get really good stuff there. You get some good gear, good vehicles, maybe some rations. It's not bad. The airport, I do not think is a good idea because there's gonna be so many people there. So it wouldn't be worth it there. And there's not much to really survive off of. I think top of a mall or apartment isn't bad, as hopefully it lands on a day that it's not busy. I'd for sure go for the mall. On top isn't bad. On top is not bad. Can be on the woods? No, I wouldn't trust it. You'd be freaking out everywhere. An abandoned house? No, because like I said, you just don't know what's gonna happen. I need somewhere I can see everything, see what's coming, and have pretty much limited options of getting in. I think I'm going on top of a mauler. Given the chance, which of these weapons would you choose to use and keep with you? A muzzle loader rifle? Wait, sword, lever action rifle, chainsaw, semi-auto handgun, axe, pump action shotgun, revolver, a bow, a sniper. A bow would be nice. A revolver would be nice. You can use the axe for defense and building. You just use like the back of it and chopping wood and anything you need to do. A shotgun, I feel like you could probably find a lot of ammo for. But it'd be a pain to carry around, wouldn't it? It'd be a pain. You'd have to carry. Probably a handgun, maybe. A bullet's a bullet. It's gonna put them down. A bow, they get close. You're kind of screwed. Might go handgun. Make that work. Make a handgun work. You might have a full-blown armory in your house, but if you ever got separated from weapons, can you improvise? I'm a DIY king. Piece metal plumbing plus garden blade plus lots of duct tape spear. I'm sure I could make a spear. I haven't used that as my weapon. Oh, but I could do that. In the spur of the moment, it's between 2 and 4. Because Isn't this the same thing? Plus lots of duct tape equals a spear. Yeah, I could DIY myself something. You've just given a huge amount of supplies from an abandoned store, including some much needed food and medicine for the people back at your camp. When you start to head back to camp, you're stopped by a group of survivors. They look menacing as hell. There are only 3 of them. Only 3 that you can see. They demand that you give them everything everything you're carrying or they'll kill you. You got people that are really relying on you to bring back supplies back at camp. What would you do? Threaten them by making it seem like you have allies just out of sight waiting to shoot? Good. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not, but maybe they don't care. The supplies aren't worth my life. Drop everything you have, even clothes on your back. No. Strike them by yelling the zombies are coming, pointing behind them and take off running. No. 50-50 split. Okay. So then maybe you could drop yourself and take them out quick. Sure wish to practice my quick draw a little bit. Start screaming for help. I think it's this one. I think I do this one. Put my stuff down, act like I'm putting it down, and then bang, bang. With my pistol. It only takes 1 bullet. Looking for some supplies in the basement of a bar. When you hear the terrible sound of zombie modes heading down the stairs towards you, you've been around long enough to know that there are more than a dozen at least. You frantically look around for something useful. You see a couple of extra bar stools and chairs, an extra piece of metal railing, a chainsaw with a gas can over in the corner, probably used to trim the hedges you notice up front. You run over to the gas can and shake it. Thankfully, it still has some gas left. Finally, you open a cabinet and you see a shotgun with a small box of ammunition. You take one last listen and the zombies have started their descent down the stairs. Buying you time to think of something else. Could work. So there's multiple. Maybe I can squeeze in and hide in the cabinet where I found the gun. Could work, but if they found you and surrounded, kind of screwed. People with the shotgun start loading it while taking up position in the corner farthest from the steps. That could work, but it may. Small box of ammunition. I wonder how many bullets are in there. How many shells are in there? No, definitely not this one. Definitely not these two. Take up arms with a metal railing and get into position. Yeah, no. Fill the chains up with gas and get ready to hack and slit. No, it'd take too long. Pick up the shotgun and start loading it while taking a position in the corner for the. Yeah, that wouldn't take too long. I think it depends how many, but then you can also use the shotgun to like shove them away and like hit them, whack them in the head, maybe and squeeze it and hide in the cabinet. I would do this, but like, see, but then you make a lot of noise. So you can also use it as a melee. Hide in the cabinet where I found the gun. See, I like that, but they get a scent of you, you're kinda dead. Let's go pick up the shotgun. Your score 415 or 461. Wait, my score is 348. Oh man, the average survivor, just remember to keep a level head and remain vigilant and you will do fine. Okay, at least I was being realistic. Yeah, at least, I'll be fine. Said I'll be fine. Sweet. What is this? This ain't a zombie, this is a furry. This is some Skyrim shit. No, it's not. What the?